think I don't know, I might have forgotten to put the EDSG there. This is about EDSG actually. Like what our dear formative assessment expert said just now, how you use PLM. I was brought into this EDSG thing about 2 years back. And from now, I'm die-hard regular, I would say that. Don't know how long it will last, but okay, at least for next year or so. So what we did is that, maybe just to share with you, we are very professional, okay? Don't think we play, okay? We have a Google site, because last year we need to present CRPP, that's why. So we have a Google site. Actually, the thing is that, about this, there's nobody planning who do what. It's like, hey, let's do it. Then we just do it, okay? It's as simple as so. It's a bit emergent, but that is what makes teachers feel very uncomfortable. In the sense that in the process, when you do this, in the process of actually doing this, all this EDH, then we go to Twitter, look at the tweets and stuff like that. Teacher will ask, what am I learning? And I think it's a very, very truthful question. What am I learning? Now I have already come to a very, very simple conclusion for that. What is so perturbing the teachers that during this EDSG chat or some Twitter or whatever information we are giving is that there's no so-called no SIO, no specific instruction objective, and that throws off a lot of teachers here. No SIO, my goodness, what the hell am I learning? Structure, unstructured, that is total nonsense. But it's fair enough, but that's how PLN is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be emergent, emerge from the process. What is important is what we have discussed and what emerged from discussion. Of course, the way we do is that some of us regularly will tweet things that are very so-called interesting to us. For example, our dear friend there will always take an assessment topic, and then I will do something sometimes a bit crazy programming. And because each of us, different regulars have different concept of what is very interesting, we tweet different stuff. So just to quick check is that, and on top of that, maybe just to share with you. This is the EDSG shown that there's all the talking that we have done. And the as and when we like is that we might just tweet a very interesting concept. So what I do is that every morning when I go to work, I just take out my thing, look to the EDSG chat to see whether there's any interesting resources that might interest me. For example, I know the horizon report is out because someone tweeted that. I know something is happening out there because someone tweeted that. This is a very each of us are sharing resources that's pertinent and interesting to us. And it's a collective intelligence. You don't like the tweet, just ignore it. As simple as that. So what you can see is a very emergent process. It's a very emergent, and as I said, when I go EDSG, I will never know what I'm going to learn. It's very emergent. And this is what it makes it so perturbed for some teachers. And another thing to know is that we also have a weekly chat, EDSG weekly chat, at 9 p.m. on Tuesday night, where we discuss issues that we feel that is of interest. Like yesterday, we have one that talk about MP4 Dream, and the week before, what do we talk about? I can't remember. The week before, we did maybe just some interesting topic we discussed previously. Last year or so, we discussed about the social media case, about the Amy, the social media case, how it actually affect. Along the way, we discussed certain issue, and from there, we had different perspective coming in. So that is actually what EDSG is all about, getting like-minded educators, SG educators coming together. At this point in time, I want to emphasize a certain point. This is totally bottom-up approach. I say that because there's no government involved, inverted comma. I think better stop myself from saying it more about that. Okay, it's really organic, emergent. All of us here are not doing that because of our EPMS, because ranking, whatnot. No, we don't do that. We are doing that because we are intrinsically motivated, sort of anyway, most of the time, to do what we are doing. So it's a bit of, some people say a bit stupid, Stupid, okay lah. I am happy doing stupid things, so be it lah. Okay, that's what I say. So even at this point in time, when I'm actually doing this, I actually personally took half-day leave to come here because I'm presenting this in my personal capacity, and that's very important to me. I'm doing this for my own, to share something I feel that are worth sharing. So, over to you. Anything else to add on? Miss Formative Assessment. Actually, I'm not the one to start it. We are not the one. The two guys who started it 4 years ago. Is it how many years ago? 3 years ago.
Yeah,
3 years ago, 3 years ago, they started about EDSG and e-Fiesta also. So it seems to be yearly tweet out for the regulars for the e-Fiesta. So anything else to add? Question just free to ask.
There will be an EDSG tweet up in the other room in 6 minutes. So you want to find out more. I mean, not to draw attention away from the next speaker, but yes, I am trying to draw attention away from the next speaker. If you want to, join us for the tweet up and find out what we are all about, we'll be meeting in the next room in like a few minutes.
But meanwhile, as this is a very unconference thingy, and I don't want to be, although I talk most of the time already, said, okay. I think it's conversation. In the EDSG is dialoguing. It's dialoguing, it's building on, it's learning from one another. All of us come with different mindset. And interesting to hear, because I'm a teacher, I come with a certain mindset. She comes from this assessment part, another mindset. Dr. Ashley come from another mindset. All of us come with different ideas. And we go, why don't I think of that? So it's quite an emerging type of thing. It's what you mentioned, connectivism.
Yes.
Connectivism.
Social learning.
Social learning.
At its best, I think.
So, the whole point is that I think how I was taught one.
Any questions about what we are doing?
What we're doing? What we are prayerfully doing.
Yeah,
we are prayerfully doing. I think the thing is dialoguing. That's something that maybe to really reflect back on the way we view professional development. Yes. Where's the dialoguing? All teachers, all of us come with certain things to share that we should be learning from other peer learning, social learning. That is important. So, and please say something else. The other will do it. Yeah. Oh, this one is the educare one. This is an expert.
Well, I'm not really an expert. Just hang around so that learn from people. Well, I don't have a question as such, but more like now I have a small team of software developers around Asia. So what if you want any features which would help you interact better? If you can think of like any ways it can be better, or you feel like Twitter is limited. Like somebody was talking about some way of aggregating it or something. So if you guys think of some other way, just tweet it on EDSG and I will see if I can build it.
Wow. Wow.
If you build it, then
Well, again, the reason why I say that is like last year I was in Oman, and Oman is now, they are basically copying Singapore's master plan. They are in the phase 1, they are buying everybody notebooks and so they are closely looking at Singapore's thing, and we had an event, they asked us like how can we speed up our teacher education? Should we build a big building and all that? I said no, just make something like EDSG. That is the fastest way.
Wow.
We are very, although we talk sometimes in a very the corner. Sometimes we apologize or rephrase, sometimes we get a bit overbrought in the way we teach because
get carried
away. And certain terms come, in a quite academic way sometimes. But sometimes at the time of discussion, it's something that we quite enjoy. Even though I'm very, very busy, every Tuesday night I will be like, I stay doing stuff.
Yeah, I just want to, I think Sze Yee has really done a great job in spending.
No, it's the whole community.
Yeah, I want to give special kudos to her because it seems like she is the one who puts aside the most time, right, to host the weekly chats.
I think so.
Right? So I really appreciate it.
No, I did host. Okay, it's a community. It's a community effort, and I say I think most of us there. Can I say all? Maybe all of us enjoy that is the fact that there's no government. It's really.
I think.
Yeah, I think only now. Anything I have not been asked to drink tea as yet. Maybe one thing interesting. One part last few years back, we were talking about EP, and as in the end, there's only 3 of us talking away. Then we were joking about. So tomorrow go drink tea already. Drink tea
I also want to say something about how I guess some of you might already be aware of our community, and maybe you are one of the many lurkers. We are aware that the people lurking will probably exceed the people actually chatting every Tuesday. So I hope you are convinced now that nothing terrible will happen to you if you, because we are still here. Look, but we survived. So and there's no such thing as I mean, was it Michael Metzley this morning who talked about losing face, right? So please don't be afraid to lose face, right? Because I think as educators, if we are afraid to lose face, it's going to be very hard for us to convince our students, not to fear the same thing. So I really hope that more of the lurkers will unlurk.
Because I think important thing, what can make a community grow is a diverse voice.
Yeah.
Now, I also sort of feel that we are having one voice which is
Yes,
not too
yes,
good.
yes,
We have diversity.
Actually,
When I use
echo chamber, we don't want that to happen.
When you heard diversity, that maybe some people may be taken aback. Diversity, so how to synergize? But that is the way life is. Diversity, from there you try to find synergy. That is how we can grow. The part is bigger. The sum of the parts is bigger than the whole, or something like that. Whatever it is, my English not too good.
I think it's time for us to go for our tweet up. So if you'd like to join us, if you would like to join us, we'll be in the next room.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.